Hey everyone, so this is kind of an odd kind of video, and I know it's going on a beauty channel, but it still is just fun to switch things up. So today I'm going to be reading a book called The Berenstain Bears Forget Their Manners, and this week is going to be all about manners, so I'm going to do a few videos on that, and I hope you guys enjoy, and stay tuned for next week because that's going to be all about junk food, so, and how to get away from junk food and how to just be healthier. So let's get started. Like I said, this is one of my favorite books. I love the Berenstain Bears so much, and so yeah, definitely get it for your kids if you like them. And looks like that. It's wonderful. You can get it pretty much anywhere. It's around $3. But I was growing up. Sorry about the bushes here, by the way. They're weeds. I was growing up, you know, kind of listening and watching Berenstain Bears and things like that. So yeah. So pretty much, I just want to get out there so that I don't get any hateful comments. That this video is for your kids to sit down and eat and watch this video, or to do something like that for fun. It's not for you teenagers to have to watch and be bored about. Please no hateful comments, and hope you guys enjoyed this because I put my heart out to this and I love this book, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. So let's get started. The Berenstain Bears Forget Their Manners. There was trouble in the big tree house down at Sunny Dirt Road, deep in the bear country. Trouble with manners. The bear family's trouble with manners was that they forgot them. At first, it was just an occasional please or thank you that was forgotten. Then there was a rush, push without an excuse. Excuse me. Then a reach across the table instead of a please pass the broccoli. And by the way, I will show the pictures down at the bottom at the end. Mama Bear wasn't quite so sure or why it happened, but she was sure of one thing. Whatever the reason, the bear family had become a pushing, shoving, name-calling, ill-mannered mess. Silly head, fuzzy brain, noodle puss. At the table, it was even worse. They were grabbing mouthful of stuffing, food fighting, kicking underneath the table. Super mess. Of course, Mama Bear tried to correct Brother and Sister Bear's behavior. She tried concocting, she tried complaining, she tried shouting, then she tried going to Papa for help, though it sometimes seems as Mama that he was part of the problem. Papa banged on the table, hoo, 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 and shouted. Only he could shout, but nothing really seemed to do any good. Mama didn't like what was happening to her family, not one bit. Something had to be done. But what? The best way to fight bad habits, she thought, was with good habits. Then she thought of a plan. She got a big piece of cardboard and a marker. At the top she wrote the Bear Family Politeness Plan. When the plan was finished, she called a family meeting and showed it to Papa and the cubs. By the way, Bart's right there, so say hi to Bart. Shout out to him. He's looking out the window, and that's my dog, by the way. It certainly got the Bears family attention. The Bear Family Politeness List. Rudeness. Forgetting please or thank you. Pushing or shoving. That's how it goes. So, it says, forgetting please or thank you, you sweep front steps. Pushing or shoving, beat 2 rugs. Interrupting, dust downstairs. Name calling, clean ceiling. Reaching at table, clean yard. Playing with food, wash dishes. Rude noises, weed garden. Banging doors, clean attic. Forget excuse me, empty garbage. Hoagie, bathroom, put out trash. Mama's plans had a list of all the rude things she wanted to stop immediately. Beside each one of a penalty, a good job or chore that went in with it. If you forgot a please or a thank you, you had to sweep the front steps. If you pushed or shoved, you had to beat 2 rugs. If you got caught name calling, you had to clean the whole cellar. But Mama sputtered the cubs. You're not being fair. It seems to me, she said, that you're the ones who aren't being fair to yourselves or anything else. That's what matters all about. That's what manners all about. Being fair and considerate. Manners are very important. They help us get along with each other. Why without manners? Your Mama's absolutely right, interrupted Papa. Thank you, Papa, for your comment. But interrupting is number 3 on the rude list and the penalty of dusting and downstairs. Mama said and handed him the feather duster. Said Brother, this looks serious. I think we'd better come up with a plan of our own, or we're going to do a lot of extra chores. What sort of plan? Asked Sister. Well, he said, instead of just being polite, we'll be super polite. We'll say please and thank you so much that Mama will get fed up with us and cough the whole thing off. Yes, said Sister, we'll be so polite she won't be able to stand it. They put their plan into action. They were super polite on the stairs after saying, thanks, Sister Bear. Saying, dear, thank you, dear brother. In the hall, excuse me, brother dear. Why, certainly, my dear sister. Waiting for the bathroom, terribly wrong to have keeping you waiting. Think nothing of it, dear. But it didn't work the way they expected. Mama didn't get fed up at all. And after a while, brother and sister forgot about being super polite. They were just polite. At the table, pass the honey, please. Certainly. In the room, would you like me to help you pick up your toys? Thank you very much. And in the yard, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to bump you. That's all right, no harm done. And it turned out that Mama had been right. Things did go more smoothly. Once they got into the good manners habit, they didn't even have to think about it. But it wasn't easy for Papa. At least, that's what he said. There's some girls over in the bushes. I'll be right back. Right, sorry guys, we're back in action. But it wasn't so easy for Papa. He's the one who got fed up. A little harder to change habits when you're older, and he had to do quite a few extra chores for forgetting his manners. I'm glad to get out of the house away from these politeness people. He drove his family along the highway to a trip to the supermarket. Manners, of course, are just as important away from home, especially on the road, said Mama, as they stopped at a stop sign to let pedestrians and other cars pass. They help us drive safely. Well, grumbling Papa as they all went into the bus park supermarket, I think you have got way too much good things. You've always got common sense along with manners. Why, if you let everyone go ahead at the checkout, you'd be there forever. And sometimes you have to interrupt. Excuse me, madam, but he interrupted the shopper, but I believe you can leaking bottle in your cart. Then the shopper thanked him for helping. You see, he said, driving home, there's more to life than remembering your manners. Besides, manners are all just right for cubs and mama bears. But we Papa Bears have other things to think about. At the moment, the car in front stopped suddenly, and Papa bumped into it. He was furious. Why, that pinhead friend, he snarled. Name-calling, reminded Sister. The penalty for name-calling was cleaning the whole cellar, so Papa gritted his teeth and remembered his manners, and had the good thing to do, because climbing out of the other car was the biggest, angriest bear he had ever seen. But when the angry bear saw how polite Papa was, he remembered the manners too. He explained that he had stopped short because of a mama duck, and that her duckling had crossed in front of him. But then Papa Bear looked at the bumper and saw that no harm had been done. As I was saying, said Papa, as they continued on their way, it's very important for us to remember our manners at all times, and I wanted to thank you, Sister, for reminding me to remember mine. You're very welcome, I'm sure, said Sister, fair politeness. Hope you guys stay tuned for the slideshow. Bye, guys. Thanks for listening.